make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to end down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. My decision right here and now. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. I want to know you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to see you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to hear you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to feel you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to praise you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. Oh, what a wonderful thing to be together, even if only few of us made it here. I am present to our spirit. I am present to the love in this room. I am present to the enthusiasm in our hearts. And I am present to the beauty that surrounds us. And for that, I give thanks. So this morning I shall do my best Carrie impersonation. She did make it here, but she got so scared she turned around and went back home. She was supposed to lead the platform, so we bless her on her way home. We know that she's going to make it there just fine. Our announcements today. The books are in. We're starting the book club, and I would like to start next week. So the books are in. They're available at the office today. You can pick up your copy. And here's what I need you to do. So the people that are in a certain group, like the South Haven group, or we don't really have a group for South Haven, I don't think so, for the Saugatuck, Douglas area, and the Holland group. I would like for you to go downstairs and be sure to put either your phone number or your email address, the best way to reach you. Because you need to get in touch with each other, and you need to decide where are you going to have the first meeting. Whose place are you going to have the first meeting at what time? And I would like the first meeting to take place next week. And by then, I encourage us to read the first 2 chapters. The books are here, so you can read the first 2 chapters. They're not long chapters. And it's an easy read. So in fact, I find that whenever I pick up that book, it's hard to put it down. The reason I put it down because I no longer have time. I know I have to be someplace to do something else. So pick up your copy, and then be sure to put your email address and phone number on the sheet down there where you signed up. What I will do, I will send all of you out an email, and with all the information with the email addresses and phone numbers, and then you will get in touch with each other, okay? So I will get that information to you. So books are in. We start next week. You decide which day, you decide what time, you decide whose house, okay? And like I always suggest, I suggest that you link it with a potluck. So when you break the bread, it's a good time. February 28th, the board is inviting you to a spaghetti dinner. And this is also a fundraising opportunity, so the plates are $6 each. We invite you to make a reservation either for, was it 5:30 or 7 p.m. So make a reservation either with Sandy or with Jerry back there, and then we'll know how much to prepare for those particular times. And we hope to see all of you. Bring your neighbors, bring your best friend, and let's fill up the house and let's break the bread together and spend time with each other. It's going to be great and delicious as well. We are going to have vegetarian options and as well as non-vegetarian options, even gluten-free options, because there's all kinds of us. Next week, Rainbow Weldon, after service at 1 p.m., will offer a workshop on visioning. And remember, our motto for the year, do not mistake words for action. And we're talking about dreaming and visioning, and that is not always that easy. So Rainbow has a very strong workshop to help you along in that process, and it's a love offering, and I invite you to join it. It is going to be very good. The first Sunday in March, we start off a new series. So after service, it's going to be at 1:30 p.m. It's called the big headline of it is Diving In. There are always these questions that come up within us. There are existential questions like why do bad things happen to good people? Why me? Where is God in all this? What about death? What happens afterwards? And then we don't really get an opportunity to talk about it. So this will be that opportunity. So the big headline is diving in, living in the question, and then each meeting will have a theme. And the first one will be, why do bad things happen to good people? And this is open to the entire community. This is our way of giving back. We won't even charge a love offering. We just come together to have an earnest conversation on these questions that at some point in time we all end up facing. So how do we answer them? What do we do with it? Where do our unity principles lead us when these questions come up? How do we grapple with them? So that'll be an opportunity. So I hope that you will come. I also hope that you will spread the word and you will bring your friends, your neighbors, because who's not interested in that? Certainly whoever is alive and breathing has pondered that question. So that's the first Sunday in March that we're kicking that series off. We have unity bags available. They are $2.50 each. They're available down in the office. See Sandy, see me, see Jerry, anybody on the board. These bags are available. Please pick them up at your convenience. Are there any announcements that I may have left out that you can think of? Or forever hold your peace? All right, then that's it. Forever hold your peace. Chris, would you delight us with special music? Thank you.
I picked a song out about half an hour ago by a band that really influenced me a lot, and I love this song. Pete Seeger wrote it, but the Birds made it really famous, and I was just kind of changing some things around in the lyrics. It's really taken from Ecclesiastes and put to music, and I wanted to cut out some things I don't really believe in, like a time for hating and killing. But that's Old Testament sometimes. Made it a little bit more positive.
Well, there is a time to remind ourselves of the Christ Spirit dwelling within every one of us. And we do it through music, we do it through this light, and we do it by bringing it into awareness and grounding it in there. So we may be aware of it at all times. At all times when life is good, when it feels bad, when we feel encouraged or we feel sad and discouraged. At all times, that is the truth. And for that, together we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, will you affirm with me our vision? To get every life a spiritually transformed life. Cindy.
I'll need a daily word. All right, the daily word for today is self-acceptance. And the affirmation is, I am uniquely me. The world may identify me with a label, such as parent or child, wife or husband, employee or manager. Each label is only a descriptor of a role I play. It is not who I am. I am more than my duties or responsibilities, more than my gender, more than my position in life. I am a spiritual being, special and unique, one of a kind. I embrace who I am in body, mind, and spirit. I watch for self-judgment or self-criticism that hinder my divine expression. By being who I am, I make a valuable contribution to the world around me. I am confident of my divine gifts, and I share them generously. I accept and give thanks for my uniqueness, recognize my special qualities, and shine my light brightly. Each has a particular gift from God, one having one kind and another a different kind. 1 Corinthians verse 7.
Thank you. Will you please affirm our faith with me? There is only one presence and one power in me and in the universe. God, the good, omnipotent. I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. I'm reaching out to know the divine. I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. Yeah, forever is already mine. I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. I'm reaching out to know the divine. I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. Yeah, forever is already mine. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal home. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal home. I'm going deep to feel the infinite. I'm going deep to feel the divine. I'm going deep to feel the infinite. Yeah, forever is already mine. I'm already there. I'm already in my eternal home. As we prepare for our time in meditation, I invite you to close your eyes, to close out any visual distraction, and take a deep breath and just settle in. You're already here. You're already safe. You're already here in your spiritual home, where the potential within you stirs, where you are awakened to your infinite self. Where the presence of the divine, the very truth about you, that very nature of the divine is just a little bit more up front. Here you're standing in holy ground because your heart is open. Because you're willing to make yourself vulnerable to the incoming message of that still small voice that calls you to wholeness. That reminds you of Source, which is greater than any circumstance you are facing right now. You are one with Source. You are Source. So raise your consciousness to embrace that. There can be nothing, absolutely nothing, you can't be, you can't do. When your awareness is grounded in the truth of knowing that you are Source itself. I invite you to sit with that. I invite you to feel it. I invite you to experience yourself from that truth in the silence. from the state of groundedness, openness, and absolute presence. I invite you to slowly turn your attention back to this room, maintaining that sense about you, maintaining the sense of knowing that you are Source. And its individual manifestation. And so we affirm gratitude for our awareness, for the gift of life, for the gift of expressing as the divine. And together we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. All thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. All thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Sing a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. All thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. All thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. Good to be with you today, and I do thank you for mastering the roads and making your way there, and we're especially grateful that even though Chris did slide off the road, he's fine, and he's here, and his car is fine too, so special gratitude for that. And thank you for all of you to creating this wonderful experience for all of us, Suzanne and Jack and Tia. I remember when she walked into this building, she was so winded and just grateful, and said, the only reason I came because I'm an usher, so you're on every Sunday now. And thank you, Jerry, for ushering us as well, and Jim for manning the AV. Suzanne brought some goodies downstairs. Be sure to come downstairs and break the donuts with us. And Cindy for reading the Daily Word. Thank you all so much. I thought, what better way to start out the Sunday than giving you the news hour, right? So I have stories to share with you. This is the news, and as you are expecting me to share the news, I invite you to check in to see how that feels. So it's news hour, how does it feel that we're going to do news today? Just check in, be absolutely honest. That's always what I ask. Do not be spiritual, just honest, okay? Honesty I can work with. I don't know what spiritual means. So, news hour. First slide, please. The rivers were swollen with flood water near Noakhli, Bangladesh, due to torrential rain. A young boy named Balal was walking past one of these treacherous flooded waterways when he noticed the tiny fawn swept up in the currents. Without hesitation, he jumped in after the innocent baby. And keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And the baby is reunited. Second story. Second slide. A animal shelter owner reports, yesterday I met a man that got a new dog. The dog was actually an elderly dog, 12 years old. He drove an hour to get the dog. He didn't go to a backyard breeder or puppy mill to get the dog. The dog was a rescue in need of a new home. He never met the dog, rather trusted my evaluation on what was best for the dog, him. The dog did not jump into the vehicle. The man gently lifted the dog up and the relationship began. The dog didn't go to a new house. He went to a new home. Not only did he and his wife open their hearts to this dog, their 9-year-old dog welcomed him to the pack. The man didn't see the lumps, cataracts, or shedding hair. This man saw a soulful elderly dog that was going to be the fortunate recipient of his love. Yesterday, I met an angel. Next story. Dallas resident Kenny Thompson was, like most of us, completely appalled when he heard about the school in Utah seizing and throwing out the lunches of children in debt to the school's lunch program. Being not only a parent, but also a tutor and mentor to children at other schools, Thompson wondered if there was anything similar going on in his area. Unsurprisingly, there was. Thompson found that dozens of children in his area were on reduced lunches, meaning that instead of a hot meal, they got cold cheese or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because their parents had fallen behind on payments on the lunches, which cost about 40 cents a day. So he decided to do something. He forked over $465 of his own money to cover the debts of the over 62 students whose accounts had gone into the red. Later he said, "Best money I've ever spent." And that was our news hour at Unity on the Lake Shore. How did that feel? Did you expect that? Is that what you expect when you think of news? Let me put it this way so Jack can still pass by. Is that really what you expect? Do you expect good news? Or do you expect war and torn apart families and torn apart regions? What is your expectation? How did it feel in your body when I first announced that this is going to be News Hour? What have we learned? What have we learned to train ourselves to when we hear certain trigger words such as news? Certainly not the good news. Those are not worth mentioning because it's not sensational enough. Well, I happen to think otherwise. I think it's quite sensational that a teenager is willing to risk his life, to save just a baby fawn. There were the parents, the mother and the father of the baby, and they were completely helpless and hopeless watching the fawn being washed away. And he right away goes in there. And did you see that? All it's showing is just from above the elbow. The rest of his is on the water, just to make sure that the baby fawn can breathe. That's newsworthy to me. It's newsworthy to me that somebody opens up. Now think about this. Have you ever lost a pet? Do you know the feeling of that? Your world is over. It's just pain, and it's just so painful, and there's tears, and it's not an easy thing to go through that. Why do you think most people will not take in an elderly dog? Because they don't want to go through that loss so soon. And yet, there's those of us who are willing to open our hearts knowing that it's going to get hurt so soon. And still, some of us are willing to step into that vulnerability and give love and home to somebody who's even more vulnerable than that heart. Well, to me, that's newsworthy. that somebody cares enough to think of other than just themselves and have compassion and make a change just with a chunk of cash. For children whose job is not to worry about lunch and money and finances, they need to worry about grades, right? So he thinks about that, and then he takes action. Remember our motto this year? Do not mistake words for action. Well, he did not. He went and made the best investment of his life. Money, best spent, ever best spent. That's what he said. To me, that's newsworthy. What we focus on is important. The quality of thoughts that we entertain in our minds and that we allow into our consciousness are very important. And guess who is the gatekeeper to these thoughts? It's you. It's always you. You can't blame anybody else for allowing thoughts into your consciousness that later you feel bad that they are there, that you can't undo it because you've allowed it in. You are the gatekeeper. You are the gatekeeper to every single thought that is there. Whether it's coming from the outside or you're generating it from the inside. Do you pay attention much to the thoughts that you generate yourself? The angry thoughts, the judgmental thoughts, the unhappy thoughts, the impatient thoughts, the drama thoughts, the catastrophizing thoughts, the thoughts that somehow always go to the worst possible scenario. They just seem to be so naturally going in that direction. Why do you think that is? Who do you think is doing that to you? And who do you think can do anything about it? This is my belief. And to some of you, this might sound like heresy. But this is what I believe. I believe that we have created this God to be able to place responsibility outside of ourselves. We are no longer causes of bad things. God makes them happen. And then, by way of logical thinking, we can no longer take credit for the good things because those come from God as well. But I think that this God that we have created, who does things for us, saves us, gives us stuff, makes things happen, the good Lord that takes care of us, we've completely created that out of the blue, so we do not have to deal with ourselves as we are. So we can escape responsibility. We have disempowered ourselves in many, many ways, therefore, because we can no longer take credit for the good either, but hey, little price to pay for not having to take responsibility for the bad stuff. So let me tell you something. I do believe that there is a source that is greater than us. But that's not that God. It's not that good Lord that does things to us, saves us, protects us, will take care of us. That source does not happen to us. That source happens with us. We have to understand that we are it. We are that source. Therefore, all the responsibility is ours, for the good, for the bad. Therefore, you are responsible for the quality of the thoughts that you allow into your consciousness. And if you're not willing to accept that, then, well, the going's going to get hard. It's still going to be, every time you don't take responsibility for it, you're disempowering yourself. Is it good? Is it bad? It's your path. We all come from somewhere, And I believe that we're all headed into this direction where we understand that Source does not happen to us, does not do things to us. Source happens with us, with us. I am it. I understand it. It's no longer a source of excuse. It is my power. It is my potential. It is how that source, I am, how that source experiences itself in this physical world. So, the quality, and the title of my talk today is Quality Control. Last week it was Thought Control. Today is Quality Control. We're all used to be thinking in a certain way, correct? And I know that because our lives, day after day, look kind of the same, right? So the reason they keep looking the same way they do is because we keep recycling the same old thoughts, the same old thoughts. And when a change occurs, it means that somewhere in the past we've changed the thought pattern. We've either elevated the quality of our thinking, of our consciousness, or we've further lowered it. But if you don't change the quality of your thinking, your life keeps looking the same, day in, day out, year in, year out, right? It's like this. It's like the difference between a thermometer and the thermostat. The thermometer is the one that tells you what's the room temperature. The thermostat sets it, right? So every time the temperature in the room drops a couple of degrees, the thermostat kicks in and maintains the temperature, right? The same way with your thoughts. You're used to thinking a certain way, then new influences come in, and the temperature, your thoughts, start to change a little bit. There's a little bit of change going in a different direction. And the thermostat kicks in and said, no, 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 you got to come. This is how we think. This is who we are. This is our value system. We don't go against that. That's what the thermostat does. So what we need to understand is that this thermostat, we set it. So if we set it to this level, we can also set it there. And it's our responsibility to do it. Does that make any sense? But your thermostat will always kick in when it's exposed to new things. It's going to kick in, and it's going to want to keep the status quo. This is who we are. Like, just let me give you an example. For instance, think about your friends. And say the average income of your friends is, I don't know, $60,000 a year, right? You can bet that you are going to make right around that same amount of money a year. And it's not because it's good, it's not because it's bad. But these are the people you surround yourself with. And the consciousness of these people is on this level. So they think about, how do we spend $60,000, 50, 40, whatever. Look at your friends. And your income reflects that as well. So it's not bad, it's not good, but that's just the consciousness level as far as prosperity goes. Now that goes for relationships as well. Look around at your friends and see what kind of quality relationships they have. Your relationship is going to be somewhat similar. It's not because they influence you, but because you attract yourself to who you are, you understand? And then you maintain. Your thermostat, your inner thermostat maintains that. So if you want to change, make new friends. If you want your relationship to change, make new friends. Look for people who have relationships that you aspire to and start hanging out with them. It doesn't mean you have to abandon your old friends. It means you start making new ones. If you want to make more money, start hanging out with people who know how to make more money. If you want success in arts, hang out with people who have success in arts and raise that consciousness. Calibrate yourself higher. Set your thermostat to a higher degree. Now, of course, we all come up with dreams, and last week, remember, we talked about setting dreams, and I gave you the acronym for dream, right? First, you decide what you want, then you learn to respond to circumstances and not react anymore. You're enthusiastic about it, you have energy about it, you want to make it happen, you feel so, it's keeping you alive. And then I talked about mastermind, and this mastermind is Napoleon Hill introduced this concept of mastermind, of who you are hanging out with. So once you have your dream, however, why is it, like I told you, every oak does not turn into an oak tree? Why is that? What's holding us back? Well, there's things that are holding us back. And there's three things in general that are holding us back. And one of them is that we have a fear of success. What is going to happen if I am more successful than my parents, than my siblings? Then it's expected of me. What if fear is going to be this, what if success is going to be this fearful place? You see? So we fear success. On some level. We may not verbalize it, but the thermostat wants to go back to what it knows. To what it knows. Because it fears that being successful will mean we will lose something important to us. Maybe we will lose the approval of our parents. Maybe we will lose the approval of our friends. Maybe we will have to move somewhere that we don't know what it's going to be like. So there is a fear of success. Now, if you think that cannot hold you back, think again. So you have to keep your mind in check. Notice that. The second reason why dreams often fail, that oak never turns into the oak tree, is because of that belief that, oh, this is too good to be true. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Something good happens. Well, things like this don't happen to me. The thermostat wants to go back, wants to set back the temperature. Too good to be true. Oh, I can't. You know, that happened once, but it can't be a pattern. That's just not who I am. That's not what my life looks like. And then the way you think, so you are. It's in the Bible. As a man thinketh, so he is. So your life then wants to readjust. That thermostat wants to readjust. Oh, it's too good to be true. And the third one is, hold on, give me a second. It'll come to me. I've done this before once. It'll come to me and then I will tell you. But I will, in the meanwhile, while I'm thinking about that, let me give you some tools. And that's again in threes, and I hope I will remember them. How to protect, how to defend against these are myths. They are nothing but myths. So how do you defend against them? And you defend by checking, by controlling, and by connecting. So first of all, you check in with your thoughts. And you keep checking in with your thoughts. Am I on purpose? Is this thing that I'm doing aligned with my dream? Is it in perfect alignment with my dream? If I can't think of the third point, I will send it out in an e-blast to every one of you, okay? If it doesn't come up to me, and I apologize, sometimes I draw these blanks. And so I check my thoughts for the quality of the thoughts that I'm holding in my mind. And I keep checking. And that's your responsibility. It's nobody else's. You understand? Nobody else is going to come in here and say, hey, Diane, so how's it going? Now, it could be if you have assigned somebody that role. You could empower somebody and say, and would you be willing to check in with me twice a week? See how am I doing? See if my quality, the quality of my thoughts are matching the frequency of my dreams. If they match the frequency of the dream, I'm good. Then I'm headed in that direction. And the third one, I'm not ready. Okay? So it's too good to be true. I'm going back now. So first one is that I'm afraid of success. 2, it's too good to be true. 3rd, I'm not ready. I have to do something else. I have to read a few more books. I have to talk to a few people about it. I have to interview a few people about it. That's perfectionism and procrastination. That's the fertile ground for perfectionism and procrastination. The belief that the only way I can make a change if I'm ready. Well, let me tell you something. Neither of us will ever be completely ready, ever. You will never feel like, oh yeah, that's it, I'm ready. Nothing can go wrong. I have it completely under control. It would be nice, I guess, but it doesn't happen. So that's why we end up procrastinating, because I'm not ready. I'm not ready to make this change. That's why our motto this year is, do not mistake words for actions. Once you decide, you have to act, even though you're not ready. So I understand that I am work in progress, okay? I am a work in progress, and I figure out things as I go. I take leaps in faith. I take steps in faith. I'm not ready, but I'm headed in that direction nonetheless. And let me tell you something. It's not true for you that you're not ready. Because if that were true for you, then today procrastination would have won. Today you would have stayed home. You had plenty of reasons to stay home. The weather's bad, the roads are icy, it's cold outside, you name it. You know, I haven't been there in so long, why should I go now? Or I'm there all the time, I don't need to go today. Today procrastination would have won. You are ready. You are ready. You don't need to feel perfect to make a step. Just take action. So then, the 3 tools, how to protect against these myths. The first one, as I said, check your thoughts. Check the quality of your thoughts. Connect. Connect and who wrote it? Track, control, connect. Thank you. Track, and then once you checked in with your thoughts, apply control. If the quality of your thought does not match the frequency of your dream, control it. You understand? You say, I'm dropping this thought. This is not in harmony with that which I intend to create. That is within my control. I check, I control, and I connect. And I connect with 2 things, which, by the way, is the same thing. I connect with Source, which I understand that there is a source that is breathing me, that is greater than anything, any circumstance that is before me. Have you noticed that you haven't told your heart to beat, and yet it's doing it? It's that source that's beating your heart. You're not really thinking about breathing, but you're breathing because there's a source that's breathing you. Connect with Source to understand that the universe is conspiring on your behalf. You have made a decision, and the universe is conspiring on your behalf. Connect with the Source and connect with your own dream. Connect with that idea that you had fallen in love with. That which you feel so enthusiastic about, that dream. Keep reconnecting with that. And honor it. Go in that direction. And I will leave you with a story. There was this young man, and he was on a quest. And he was looking for his way, and in his travel, he came upon the sage. And he knew that the sage gave good advice to people. So he walked up to him and said, please help me. I am headed to Mount Olympus. Can you please tell me, how do I get there? Mount Olympus, it's your dream. We're all headed to Mount Olympus, one way or the other. That is the great aspiration, the great dream that we're following and we're going. And the sage looked at him and he saw the earnestness, the honesty in his face. And he thought, you know what, I'll give him good advice. So he said, listen, son, you will get to your Mount Olympus. You just have to make sure of one thing. Every step you take heads in that direction. Every action, every step you take is in the direction of your dream. Say, I am headed to Los Angeles. Well, I can't just transport myself there right away, but maybe if I get in my car and I get to Chicago first, and then I keep on going south and to Oklahoma and keep going in that direction. Every step I take goes in that direction. So for that, first I have to make a decision to get to my dream. Because think about it this way. You gas up your car, you have a good sleep, you're all ready, you're all packed, you feel fresh, you had your coffee, you're ready to go. You get in your car, and then you have no destination, even though you have all this power. You have all this potential underneath you. It could take you anywhere. If you don't know where you're going, what's that car going to do? It's just going to kind of sit underneath you, won't it? You have to set the destination. That is your job. And listen to me. You set the destination. Because haven't you noticed when somebody else sets the destination for you, you miss one important element: the enthusiasm. How can you be enthusiastic about somebody else's dream like you could be about your own? So, you make a decision. You set your destination. And then you defend against these myths of, I'm not ready, of, this is too good to be true. The truth is, it's better than it's been, and I love it and I welcome it into my life. That's the truth of it. It's better, it's much better than it's ever been. And I'm ready, even when I don't feel completely up to it. And I'm not afraid of success. Why should I be? I deserve it. That's who I am. My destiny is success. My inheritance is success in whatever I endeavor. And in the meantime, I check my thoughts, I control them, and I connect with my dream and my source, which is the same, remember? Because you are source. So this is the one thought I want to leave you with today. That source that is breathing you is greater than any circumstance that you're facing. Take that with you this new week and live out of that absolute knowingness. Thank you. Please affirm with me our offertory. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am thankful. And I invite you to just take the offering of your choice, hold it in your hands, or if you are one of the e-givers, then hold that amount in your mind. And I invite you to bless it. Bless it with every atom of your body. Bless it with your entire awareness, knowing that you are Source itself, and see it manifest in this physical world, and how it can bless our life together, how it can bless our greater community together, how it can bring about growth, change, and life. Thank you.
Changed my mind while she was doing the news about what I wanted to sing. I've sung this here once before. I think it's one of the ultimate perspective songs.
It is a wonderful world where we are part of this circle of life, where giving and receiving is equal, where blessings flow if hearts are open and we're ready to receive, and we are. And so it is, and all is well. And together we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's please all stand and say the prayer for protection and sing the peace song. If we could just form a circle, that would be lovely. There's few of us, we can easily form a circle. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.